I'm live. Yes. I thought I'd just come on, see who's about, like you do. A lot of people might not be about. They might be in the garden. Might be in the garden sunbathing. Not sunbathing here at the moment. You might be creosoting the fence. You might be potting some plants. You might be indoors decorating. You might be cooking, cooking, cooking some dinner. You might be doing everything apart from coming on here and watching me. But I thought I'd do one this afternoon because it's just not me really. I kind of like tend to watch a lot of TV. Um, Someone might watch me in a minute, so I'll just carry on like you do about stuff. I'll just get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Or get all these notifications coming up for some stupid reason. So I'm getting rid of it all, like you do. Yeah, so I'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of him. 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 Yeah, yeah. I don't want to know about that. Thank you very much. So yeah. So I thought I'd just come on like you do. Oh, some more shit come up. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that shit there. Get rid of that. God, there's some crap coming on. Go on, get rid of that and all. And that. This is something to do on a Saturday afternoon, isn't it, really? You know, because usually the football's on, and I think they'll have to when they bring the foot back. God, there's shit coming up on the. Get rid of that and that. Get rid of that and all. Right, my thoughts about when the football comes. Heath says, "Hey, hello, Mr. Barber Heath. I'm just trying to get this sorted out because I'm getting loads of notifications coming up on the screen. And how are you doing? I hope you're dealing all right. I hope you're doing all right. If I can show it, I have to get used to this. God, there's some more bloody. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. God, I'll tell you what. I haven't used this computer for a very long time, but getting loads of these notifications. Get rid of all that. Get rid of that. Yes, I hope you're all right, Bubba, mate. I hope you're all right. Tell me what you're drinking. Tell me what you have been drinking. As a because times are hard at the moment, like you do. What we're doing for where you're going to get your beards and everything, because Morrison's have come up with a load of beers and everything, and unless I get the Morrison's first thing in the morning, to I won't get anywhere. Anyway, beer I'm drinking, I'll just review this. Is the Fuller's Citrus Cyclone, so it's a bit, it's not very good really. See what's coming up on the comments. Yes, I'm fine, mate. Fine. As ever. I don't know if you're working or you're on furlough like me. It's gets hard, getting up every day. I tell you what, I couldn't do this. All these people these lazy twats who don't work, unemployed for how they can do it is beyond me. I don't know how you can stay unemployed for so long. You know what I mean? So so you see what he says, see what Barber's drinking, if he'll come up. Trooper at the Mo. Funny enough, actually, you say about Trooper, because I went to Morrison's looking for the other two, the Fear of the Dark one and the Trooper IPA. And I haven't seen it. I don't know if you've seen it, but I haven't seen that beer at all. Anywhere. So yeah, I remember Trooper. It was all right, Trooper. You on furlough? When are you on furlough too? Because I'm on furlough to the 4th of May at the moment, but the wings are going. I wouldn't mind betting I'm on furlough to the end of May. still seems to be plenty of people, dying from it and everything like that. So I can't see it ever being lifted just yet. And I think it was the final kind of like straw was when they extended the furlough, didn't they? Was it yesterday or day before for another month, so it could go on to the end of June, which you find hard doing all the time, if you know what I mean. So it's trying to make yourself busy. So that's the way it goes. Let's see, come up with something. You're on furlough till the end of May. Yeah, I got a feeling I'll be on furlough till the end of May as well. They said the 4th of May, but nah, I can't see it. I can see it going on beyond that, especially the way that they've come out with, adding another month of furlough on. I don't think these politicians know what they're doing at the moment, to be honest. That's my anyway. That's my opinion of it all. And we've got. Let's see if we bring it up. If it'll come up. Yes, Mr. Hawthorne, I'm doing all right, mate. How are you doing? Have you lost the plot? Because I know I've lost the plot. We're on furlough to the 4th of May, but I've got a feeling it's going to run to the end of May. That's my opinion. But opinions like arseholes, everybody's got one, and they usually stink, don't they? I'm going up the wall, to be honest, Mr. Hawthorne. Doing loads of jobs around the house and that, but it gets to the point where you think, God, what? Oh, how these, as I said earlier, how these people on the dole who never bothered having a job can do it and just be unemployed is beyond me. I couldn't do it. Every day's the same. As long as I've got beer, that's keeping me sane at the moment. So that's the main thing. Is to have plenty of beer. That's the way to do it, Mr. Hawthorne. Turn yourself into an alcoholic. That's what I say. Like you do. So we got a comment from Mr. Barber Heath, if it'll come up. I went to Aston and saw Trooper on the 4 for 6. Never tried. Not a bad beer, to be honest. It's not bad, to be honest. I've had worse. Than Trooper. I've had a lot worse than Trooper. Robinsons are okay brewery. Robinsons, I quite like them. I'm a big fan of the Old Tom. Robinson's Old Tom. That was a cracking beer. That. And I used to really like the bottle as well. The really old medicinal type bottle of Old Tom. Cracking beer. That. See what else we got coming up. If I can show, the kids and Mrs. drive me crazy. Yeah, exactly. Drives you to drink, doesn't it? It's loopy loo. Exactly. I'm quite lucky actually because I live in the country. I live in the countryside, so every day now is going for a 3 to 4 mile walk to the next village and back again, just to keep sane, which is great. I'm in the middle of fields and rivers and becks, and so I'm quite lucky that way. But I can imagine someone who's kind of like living in a city somewhere, who's kind of like stuck in a block of flats or something, and I can't leave that. So it's one of them things. It's one of them things, Barbara. Also got Bullman's Beer Reviews. Hello, nice to hear from you, mate. How do you hope you're keeping well in these high star reviewing? And just put my first couple on the channel. I will have a look at that. It's always nice to welcome new beer reviewers on YouTube. It's always, because it's hard when you first start, because I've been doing this for 5 years now, and it's really hard at the beginning, but if you persevere like you do, that's the way you go on, you know what I mean? So we go on to the next comment. It's from Beerman Bry. Beerman Bry, mate, nice to see you on a live. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to hear from you as well. Hope you're okay. Hope the channel's going all right as well. I'll check you out later as well. So yeah, it's always nice to hear from from new beer reviews, as always, on In a Big House. Mr. Hawthorne, I don't live in a big house. I live in a very, very small house in the country. A small house in the country, not a big house in the country. A very small, compact house. Like you do. Like you do. Mr. Nicky Lobb is here. Hello, Nicky, mate. How you doing? All right, mate. You'll bang on every day the same beer, 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 beer. It's good as loving the. Yes, every day. I'm late today. There'll be one coming on tonight. Every day I'm doing a beer. Every day. Because if I didn't do it, I would go absolutely fucking nuts. So that's why. And of course, you must be going through. You must be bloody off your bloody head as well, because I don't think we'll be going back to the end of May, but you might think different. Tell us, when do you think you're going to go back to work? Because I'll tell you what now, I'll be absolutely astonished if we go back on the 4th of May. Absolutely astonished. I just got a feeling this is going to drag on and on and on and on. Then I'll develop a bigger drink problem as the days go by, if you know what I mean. Thank you for that, Mr. Lobb. Hope you're well anyway. And you haven't lost your sanity. I watched quite a few videos, quite enjoyable. Thank you very much, Mr. Beerman Bry. I watched one of yours this week. The little shed's getting bigger now. It's getting the screen's going panoramic, so you can see more of your shed as well, which is great. Yeah, like I said, it's hard when you first start out doing the YouTube beer reviews. I've always go out my way. If someone's starting a channel, always go out my way and watch them as that. But the more you do them, the better it gets. Believe you me, because it's hard when you first start out, but it's good fun at the end of the day. Good fun. Mr. Hawthorne, he's come up with another one. If he'll show, he might show. This is when I go a bit crap with the. He'll come up. God help us. God help us. Who knows? I don't think anybody knows what they're doing. I don't think the government know what they're doing. I don't think our work really know what they're doing. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue. See, what's the next one? Barber Heath. Beer getting through. Yeah, it's right. Beer's getting through this pack. Yeah, obviously, the one I've just cracked open that now. It does, yeah, it does. It makes it bearable. You know what I mean? It does make it bearable, I have to say. Mr. Hawthorne, see you on my next one, mate. Exactly. See you on my next one. Stay safe. So, as I was saying, I can't remember what I was saying now. People remind me what I was talking about, because I haven't got a clue what I was talking about just then. I haven't got a clue. Just keep rattling in the questions or comments or whatever. So I haven't got a clue what I was talking about. Yes, I hope the Newcastle takeover goes well, Mr. Hawthorne. Being a Saints fan and all that, you know. Anyway, yeah, so people out there, tell us what you've been doing while you've been locked down. Tell us what activities you've been up to. Decorating, cooking, creosoting. That's about it, isn't it, really? What you can do over this period. Decorating, creosoting, whatever. Let's have a look. We've got Thomas. Hello, Thomas, mate. Nice to hear from you, mate. Hope you're well and that. Hope you're you know, bearing up. I mean, if you're in Ireland, you've been on lockdown longer than us. It's quite nerve-wracking at the start, but I've learned to turn the camera on and let what happens happens. At the end of the day, people may enjoy it more if it's, yes, exactly, rehearsed. I've never rehearsed anything in my life, and I'll tell you what, it's better when you don't rehearse it, because when things go fucking wrong, it makes it even more funnier. And if you say something wrong or say something or swear like you do now and again, it makes it even more funnier. It really does. Me, I just press that button and just boom, 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 and whatever comes out comes out. If I put my size 10s in it, I put my size 10s in it, and just press that button again, and that's it. That's the video. I don't edit. I don't put any kind of like kind of like graphics on or anything like that. I'm not into that. Just press the button, tell people what you think, and sometimes I do kind of like drift off into another area, which doesn't really include beer. Who's Bill? Beer. And then you start to think, then you start to think, oh, wow, plastering for the first time. I bet that was messy. I bet we realise now why plasterers get paid quite a bit of money. Definitely. Let's go to Barber Heath. He's got what? I think because Boris ended up in intensive care, I think he'll push the lockdown into June. Well, exactly. Unless you believe in some of these conspiracy theories around this situation regarding 5G and all that malarkey, which I think he will and all. I think he will. I saw on the TV program a while back that if it goes into 6 months worth of lockdowns, then this country's in a bit of a state, really. So hope it doesn't. Thomas, if I can bring Thomas up, if I can show it. If it shows, these comments are really slow at the moment. Putting up electric fence, hope to cattle out. You're a farmer, Thomas. You ain't got cattle with you. Crikey. You ain't got a big bull in the field. I won't be crossing your field when I go to Ireland, I'll tell you. I had a near-death experience with a bull once. It was, but I'd done it, the plastering. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic. Mr. Lobb has come on. Let's see what he says. It's going to be June, mate, I think. Crazy times, mate. Still can't get over it. Nothing will surprise me after this. Beer and your reviews are my stress relief. Well, thank you very much. Oh, it's great giving back to the community. That's why I think it's great giving back to the people who've invested their time and effort in watching me by pressing that link. It's great that I'm useful at doing something in these very dark times. And, hopefully it'll go noted one day. But the powers that be at Buckingham Palace might give me a knighthood for doing it. But I don't think so. I'll just go with my drink. I can tell you one thing, Nitty. If it is going to be June, bet we're going to be busy. I bet we will be. But on a serious note, it's people losing their jobs and that, so you can't really, complain about it, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Who we got next on coming on? Window beer review with Thomas. No bull at the artificial insemination on my farm. All right. Yeah, I don't like bulls, Thomas. I'll tell you what, me and the missus walked through this field outside Hastings once, and this bull charged at us, and I'll tell you what, it's the most scariest thing ever when you get a bull charging at you. It is absolutely it is. I absolutely capped myself. I couldn't believe how fast this 2.5 ton or whatever they weigh thing was charging at us. I honestly thought I was gonna die. Honestly, did. It was awful, awful. Every time I walk out my house and I go across the fields, I always check if there's a ball in it because I won't cross the bloody, I won't cross the bloody field. Also, because it's calving and that, they used to say, didn't they, if you get between a cow and a calf, the cow will go for you as well. So I tend to kind of like give it a wide berth, like you do. Get round the bloody calf and that and cow. But no, I've had some strange things happen to me when I'm out having a strut, like you do, quite often. Quite often. It was that time when he got run over by a bloody tractor as well. That was another time. His farmer was on his mobile phone. He weren't looking where he's going. I was walking down one of the lanes near Hartforth, near me, and nearly had me in the bloody wall. Nearly had me in the wall. Right, who's next coming up? We have got Captain Meat's Adventures. The captain's in the house. Hello, Mr. Meat. How you doing, mate? Hope everything's going all right. Hope you're well. Hope you're well indeed. We've got a smile from Thomas. Big smiley face. And we've got another comment from Thomas. Hello, Captain. I bet it's great being called Captain. Yeah, Captain of the ship, mate. Captain of the ship. Like you do. That's it. The viewing figure's just dropped again. Well, I'm going to go in with this. The beer I'm drinking at the moment, if anyone's interested in beer, I've been talking farm animals for a while, is we've got a hazy raspberry sour. And this is from Thornbridge. And I've had this quite often, and I quite like it, to be honest. Yeah, I've never really got into fruity beers or stuff like that before Tesco started bringing stuff like this out. Really, really liked it. Really, really liked it indeed, and I kind of like got a bit of a love affair of all these different sour beers since they come out. So yeah, cracking stuff. Captain of all the meat, says Captain Meat. There you go. Give us your address, mate. I'll come round for about £5 of sausages. I'll have pork and apple ones to do me. Definitely. Give us the address. I'll come round. I'll have a couple of kilo of lamb as well, if you've got one. On the chopping block. Like you do. God. Yo, Thomas, says Captain Meat. So tell us what beers you're drinking. Anybody out there is drinking any beers or doing anything, just tell us what you've been drinking while I go in and have this. Cat's having a dream. She's just there. She's got talking and muttering away. I'm probably thinking, God, I wish that bugger fuck off to work. It's getting on my nerves. Like he does. Yeah, so everybody out there, tell us what you're drinking or what you're going to drink or how much beer you got left in the freezers, like you do. And we've got a comment from this fella. If you haven't subbed him, sub him. He's cracking. I really like this fella. He's a really good beer reviewer and he's cracking. So Brands, Bikes, Booze Reviews, sub him now because he's brilliant. Hello, mate. How you doing? Hope you're well and that. Tell us what you're drinking, mate, what you've been drinking and stuff like that. Exactly. Sub him. Everybody, sub this fellow here. Paulana. Oh, lovely stuff. It's cracking. Paulana's cracking. Same with Schneiderweiss and Weihenstephan. All of them are real cracking beers. My favourite Weihenstephan was the Hefeweiss beer. That was cracking. That was a cracking beer. And I don't know if you've done it on your channel yet. The Schneiderweiss Aventinus Eisbock. That is a beautiful beer. That I don't know if you've done it. I'll have to check, but try that Schneider Weiss and Ventina Eisbock. That is absolute cracker, absolute belt of a beer. Let's see what's coming up. Sorted, mate. Sorted indeed. So we got a comment from Terry's quick beer reviews, if it will come up. Lovely stuff, Terry. Hope you're well, mate. Yes, Timothy Taylor, landlord. Traditional Yorkshire fodder. You can't beat that, can you? And the Bolt Maker as well is another good cracking beers, mate. Cracking. Look what else we got. We have got Aldi Rheinbacher Otis, which is the blood orange. I haven't done that one. Benno Craft beer. I've had the Benno Craft lager. I like that one. The Phantom Ale I've got in the back room. I haven't done that yet. And the Clute one, which I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do that one Monday. Yeah, that's supposed to be nice. Yeah, they're not bad, the Williams Brothers beers. You know, when I do an Aldi beer review, I just do it in reflection of the price. You know, some of them, you know, if you only pay £1.10, £1.20 a can, you can't really grumble, can you? Really, you can't be really overtly critical about it. So I've always had, you know, if I spent £4 on a beer which tasted like it, or £5 on a can of beer which tasted like an Aldi beer, then I'll most probably be more critical. See what's coming up. You done the event. It's cracking, mate, isn't it? Absolutely cracking beer. That cracking stuff really is. Yeah, absolutely superb, brilliant, absolutely brilliant stuff. We got I've Had Worse come on. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Have a frozen mojito in the fridge. Is that or a raspberry martini? Well, need to get some. I think you better. Don't know if I had a frozen mojito in the fridge. I don't know if I would. Drink it or give it to the missus. I'm not too sure. I think you better get some beer in. But I was very impressed with the video on the snails. I thought the snails was quite funny, actually. I hope you do the frog's legs soon. That'll be a good one. We go to Thomas. If we will show Thomas, is it going to come up? I don't know. Sometimes these comments don't bloody show up properly. Cracking, mate. Yes, cracking stuff. What else we got? We got Captain Meat's Adventures. Yes, brilliant stuff. Yes, they are amazing for the price. They really are, and it makes you think how, you know, beer's that cheap, whether or not how much money they're making on it. To be honest, it's yeah, you know, the economics of it all. You know, but they're not bad at all, are they? Yeah, I had the craft lager, the Benno craft lager before Christmas. That was lovely stuff. But I'll tell you what, I haven't seen much from Williams Brothers is that Heather beer. Is it the Falk beer? The Heather beer? I haven't seen that for ages. It used to be available in Morrison's quite a bit, but it must be way over a year now. I've never ever seen it on the shelf at all. Never. So anybody knows where they do it, apart from the brewery, of course, tell us in the comments. Like always, tell us in the comments, and I will go out and try and find some. So cheers, everybody. Just have to go in with this. Yeah, it's not bad, that. Not bad at all. I do like Thornbridge. Thornbridge ain't bad. It's what you see is what you get with Thornbridge. It's always nice. I very rarely have a bad Thornbridge beer. Can't really remember if I've had a bad Thornbridge beer, really. They've all been cracking, like, for the money and that. They've always been good, you know. But I will check out the new ones which have come out in Morrison's. I can't remember the ones over now. But it seems to be. Let's see. Got some more comments coming in up. Cat's moving. She's buggering off. Is that flavoured with? Yes, it is. It's flavoured with heather. Definitely flavoured with heather. That one. Nikki Lobbs on the 2 bottles and just had 2 bottles of Duvel, the best. Obviously the best. And did you know Duvel are doing PPE as well? They're doing masks. I just saw it on the internet earlier. Now on the Fosters, mate. That's like going from a driving a Ferrari to a Ford Fiesta, isn't it? It's like a bit of a down, it's a bit of a fall from grace, if you know what I mean. You can't go on with Duvel. You can't go on with Duvel at all. One of the great Belgian beers ever. Any of the Williams brothers in Aldi is good. They do a grapefruit IPA, and the lemon one I know, and I've got that in the back room. I've never done it yet. Green Mountain is a good beer. Well, I've got that here. I'm gonna crack that open in a minute. Lucas, I get muddled up with these names, these Williams Brothers beers. Let's see what Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews says. Don't bother with Falk beer, it tastes like a bag, ladies beer. I was only going to do it to tick it off the list, mate. That is very eloquently put. It's very eloquently put. That is, it tastes like a bag, ladies. Period. That's belter. Yeah. Not impressed. I didn't think you were. If you were impressed with bag ladies periods, then there'd be something wrong somewhere, mate. That's a belter, that one. I like that. Williams Brothers are great, but that ain't what we're going to. Oh, the grapefruit and lemon one. Yeah. Oh no, we're going to the Falk. Sorry. We're going to the Heather beer. The bag. I've had worse, says that's funny but harsh. But hey, at the end of the day, you got to have a sense of humour in this game, haven't you? You got to have a sense of humour. That's what it's all about, having a sense of humour and having a laugh at the end of the day. Because I tell you what, if we did have a sense of humour and have a laugh in this, you know, it would be pretty boring, wouldn't it? At the end of the day. Well, that word says funny but harsh, but it gets to the point at the end of the day. Don't mince your words, just get to the point. You know, if you think it's shit, it's shit. You know, now it's all about having a laugh, isn't it? At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. That's about what that was. He says, let's see if I can get him up. If it was so from him, if it was so, might so now. I don't know. It was really tough. I found no flavour at all. There you go. There you go. I would prefer the first description. Bag ladies, period, because that is better. I'm just going to let the cat out. You're going to go out. You're going to go out. Always go out when I do beer reviews and talk on the night. Anyway, yeah, but that's great, but it's not as entertaining as the first description. Always go for the more entertaining one. Definitely. I thought the ballet thing was on the side of Carling cans. Well, it could be. It could be. I don't know any bag ladies, mate. No offence to any of them out there. Well, if they get offended, they get offended. Too much political correctness in this world. You know, you can't do anything or fart without offending anybody in this world. It's about time people start to wake up and smell the coffee, innit? Especially in this country, especially with the way it's going on at the moment. Start kind of like, that's the problem. Years ago, you used to have all these comedians, well, look at Roy Chubby Brown. You look at them comedians, they used to kind of like say what it, as it was. They used to kind of like, you know, the F word and everything in their comedy routines. Bernard Manning was another one, but they wouldn't get anywhere, would they, now? But they were the funniest jokes. But people are too serious these days. They seem to kind of like take things the wrong way, don't they, at the end of the day? Which is a bit crappy, really, to be honest with you. People should kind of like, have a sense of humour. Like you do. Don't kind of like themselves with cotton wool, if you know what I mean. Oh, what we have got. Is this a new comment from a new person? It might be. Cole McGale. Is it really a lady if she has a bag? Well, it depends on the bag. Because you could have a lady with a bag, an old manky Tesco bag with holes in, or you could have, on the other end, someone with so much Botox fucking injected into their fucking face, makes them look like Daffy the Duck, with a bag which costs about 600 quid. Which one of them two extremes is, if you know what I mean? So that is a good point, Mr. McGale. Good point indeed, my mate. Is it really a lady if she has a bag? Yes. Depends. Could be colostomy bag. I've got to go in with this because I'm getting a bit parched now. So the next comment, if we come out, carry a bag from heaven with a jam axe. No. Back. Yes, I'm back. I think what's happened there, I'll be honest, I think what's happened there is the fact is a bag lady is operating the internet in this. I'm on Sky Internet. I think it's run by a bag lady. What type of bag lady? I don't know. Because as soon as we started talking about it, it's kind of like went tits up, didn't it? So anyway, tell us what you're drinking. You boys, well, all boys, no girls there, bag ladies. Tell us exactly what you're drinking, what beers you're drinking. Nikki, if you're watching, have you finished your Fosters? Onto the Stella, like you do. Tell us what you're drinking. Oh. Anybody out there watching this? Anyway, hopefully it's gone back to normal. If it's still going a bit fucking funny, I think it's working. Not too sure. I think it is. It says I'm live in the corner anyway, so I'll take it is working. Well, I can't remember what I was talking about. Since we kind of like missed off with bag ladies, that's kind of like threw me off a bit, like you do. Talking about bag ladies. I can't believe we're going on about that. Anyway, what I was going to say, I can't remember what I was going to say now. Obviously, with everything that's going on, and with everything what's going to happen over the next few weeks or whatever, and we go back to normal, I've got a feeling that there's going to be a lot of heartache where breweries are concerned, because I've got a feeling there's going to be some breweries out there which are not going to survive this. Not going to survive this lot. I can see it. There's already talk of Hawkshead Brewery having trouble financially. Ruby Roost Bible Brewery, yeah, that's a cracker. That's all right, mate. Yeah. There's always there's news of Hawkshead Brewery struggling financially, and the Cracking Brewery as well. People who own Hawkshead Brewery are struggling. And also, I did read, I don't know if this is a load of rubbish, but I heard about a few weeks ago that Cloudwater were having a bit of bother as well. It could be a load of rubbish. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised that some breweries after this thing are gonna not survive. And you know, it's gonna be a terrible, terrible thing, isn't it? Really, at the end of the day, because it's not anybody's fault why we're in this situation. But I can see lots of breweries struggling, especially the small breweries as well. I think you know, lots of people diversified. We've got another comment coming up. Ooh, farm bands, bikes, and booze reviews. Let's see if sorry, come up in a minute. Hopefully, it'll come up. Is it going to come up? Is it going to come up? Is this kind of comments going to come up? It should come up. Come on, show this comment. It's not going to bloody come up. Go back down there. Show this comment up. Should come up. Well, I'm gonna read his comment out because I can't get this comment up for some reason. It's being a right twat. Bands Bites Brew Reviews says any recommendations for online beer retailers? Beer Hawk have gone pretty crap. Beer Hunt have sold out most of the decent stuff, and Beer Merchant are few and far between on a decent beer front. Well, it's trial and error. That's what I'm finding, because up to this point, up to this lockdown, I never really ordered online as such, but now I'm having to. And I went to Beowulf. Thinking that I would get them relatively quick, and I did pay quite a bit for postage because they're based in Amsterdam and owned by our Heineken as well, I think. So I went there, and that's where I got the Metallica beer from. And I was disappointed with the service I got from them, to be honest. I was said on the website that they were kind of like busy because of that situation and that, and I wasn't going to get beers on time, but I still paid near enough £8 for postage, expecting it will be within about 3 or 4 days, and they did say nothing, and it took nearly 10 days for it to come here. But I'm looking at maybe I've tried Beerhawk and everything else. Everything seemed to be out of stock at Beerhawk. I tried Beer Merchants. I don't think, to be honest, at this moment in time, I don't think there's one that really stands out. I think because of what's happening, I think it's taking longer um, for beer to come to you, and I think also you got to be careful. So I think some of them have put their prices up as well. Someone mentioned to me that Beerwolf put their prices up. I haven't checked that. I haven't revisited the website, but I'm gonna, because you said Beerhawk. Um, yeah, I did join Beers of Europe. I haven't looked at them. They got a massive range, didn't they? Beers of Europe. I might have a look at them actually tonight or tomorrow. But I'm looking for. I'm really, me personally, I'm gonna just go for something which you hardly get any postage paid for them. You know, I'd rather go to somewhere where um, I'm not paying through the nose for postage. I know that beers of Europe will be the same as Beerwolf, but I'll have a look at beers of try beers of Europe. That's what I would say if you want variety. But as far as getting it on time and getting it as quick as you can, it's not happening. It's not happening with me. It might be where you are, but where I am, it's I can't get anything quick, um, really at all. So what should happen is the pubs open and allow people to buy it and take it away. Yes, you got a good point there because again, I've read there's going to be a lot of wastage regarding beer over this situation. Pubs have still got beer in the cellars. Why don't they do that? Why don't they develop something where you can take it away, home and serve it like that? That is an excellent idea. And I don't know why no one has mentioned that. I think, plus, it was a good opportunity to save the local pub. Because at the end of the day, I think, your Weatherspoons will weather this storm, but you got your local pub, you know, which will not survive because they're totally reliant on the community. And if the community isn't going into that pub, then it's going to have an immediate effect on it. So that is a good point. Maybe some sort of carton with a tap on and fill it up, then take it away. Good idea. Has anybody tried any beers from Monty's Brewery based in Montgomery? I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm not Welsh. No, me personally, I haven't. I haven't tried them. Um, I think I've heard of them. I think I've heard of Monty's Brewery, but I've never ever had any. Some of the other guys watching us at the moment might do, but me personally, I don't think I've. No, don't think I've had them. It's quite weird because regional breweries, you have usually for the likes of anybody, if you want to try a regional brewery from the other end of the country, you're going to have to go to an online retailer to order it, like Beers of Europe. But I will look into that. Monty's Brewery. I'll tell you what, I'm going to, next time I go onto an online shop or anything, I'll stick Monty's Brewery in and see if they're available. And I might get a couple in and try them for myself. So thank you very much for that recommendation. But if there's a brewery for me to recommend any of you lot out there, I would highly recommend. I haven't got a bottle. It's the Durham Brewery up north. Fantastic brewery, Durham Brewery. Highly recommend anybody to try any of their beers. If they haven't tried any of them, they are cracking beers. They really are. They're kind of like warts and all. What you see with Durham Brewery is what you get with Durham Brewery. It's really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. Bottle conditioned beers, cracking. So that's my recommendation for any of you out there. Try Durham Brewery. Cracking stuff. White stout is excellent. The white stout's beautiful. Absolutely lovely stuff. It really is cracking. Well, I have to finish this off. I'm trying to open this. Bit of Green Mountain. I haven't had this for a very long time. In fact, when I first had this one, it was in a bottle. Then Tesco's bought it out and stuck it in the can. So this one is Hazy Vermont Session IPA, 4.3. I haven't had it for a while. Not bad, not bad at all. So yeah. So boys and girls, tell us what you're drinking. If if you finish drinking your Fosters or whatever, like you do. So I'll try to do this live thing once every 2 weeks at the moment, because I used to do, when I'm working, I would usually do this live thing every week, because there's always something to talk about. What I'm finding is because you're at home, you're in lockdown, topics are quite hard to find to talk about. So every other week I'll be doing this while in lockdown, and try to do a beer review every day while I'm in lockdown. And when it gets back to normality, I'll be doing a live thing like this every weekend, So every Saturday, just keep your eyes out after we go back to normality, if you know what I mean. So we've got a comment from Beerman Bry. I've noticed all breweries and pubs closed, thinking this will only be 3 weeks to a month. Then pubs opened a takeaway service and local breweries offer delivery service. Why not stay open from the start? Well, like we touched earlier, I think obviously because it's to do with social distancing, that is all what this has got to do with. Obviously, if you can, no one's told anybody to shut. It's not law that a factory has to shut. A little bit like my situation, the factory where I work is shut because everybody along the chain has shut, But with breweries, I think brewers can still produce. I think they are still producing 2 meter rule in the brewery, of course. So I can see that, being as normal for brewery production is only if the chain is affected in the supply of ingredients to the brewery. Is that affected by this? Obviously, I think some breweries are doing really well with this delivery service. But the subject about the pubs is it's all about the social distancing. But like we said earlier, they could do a takeaway service for beer. If they got themselves, I don't know, a worthy container. Ladies, come back, disrupted the internet. I'm back again. So yeah, so that's a good point. I'm back again. That bag lady twiddling the knobs on the internet. So we got one from Nikki Love, which is quite a good one. What's your top 3 beers now, mate? Straight up, my top 3 beers now. I've got to go into this cupboard, into the thing. My top 3 beers I've had lately. Top 3 beers. I'm looking at this. Now there's some great beers in this. Where do I start? Top 3 beers. I'll get my first top 3 beer. My first top 3 beer is. That's my first top 3. There you go. Yellow Belly. That was cracking. This is a Imperial Stout brewed with peanut and biscuit. You can't get it anymore. It's 11%. It is a belter. Absolute belter. Next one up. Top three beers. Top three beers. I'm going to have to go to this one. It's my top three beer. This is the KBS. This is Imperial Stout, barrel aged. Love it to death. It's a cracking beer. It is. This is a 12.2%. 12.2% E. There you go. And the last but not least has to be this one. Will always be my favourite Belgian beer, and it'll always be there. This is the Trappist Rochefort 10. This beer is coming in at 11.3% ABV, and I've got some aging downstairs, and I'm going to drink one in about 5 years' time. So they're my top three beers. I don't think they'll ever change. There is some beers that have come out this year which have been really great. So that's my top three beers for you, mate. See what else. They use plastic demijohns in my local. I ordered 2 and they hold 4 pot. You have to drink them sharp so they go off. Yeah, I think it's a good thing though. Don't you think it's a good thing that it's a good thing that, you know, to support your local pub. It's important that people support local pubs, local boozers, and even though the beer goes off quick, if you just buy them demijohns and you're going to just drink them straight away, then there's not going to be any argument in there. And I think that is a great idea. You know, that is why pubs don't do it more often. More pubs don't do it is beyond me. It's a cracking idea. That cracking. So we've got I've Had Worse. If I can come up with it. Maybe it'll show up. Not show up. It might show up in a minute. Good idea. Everyone's top three beers, not rare, hard to find, but everyday drinkers. My Newcastle Brown, Rhymney Export, and Hobgoblin. Supermarket beers. Yeah. I mean, the ones I've just showed are the ones which I absolutely adore. But when it comes to supermarket beers, there is just as enough enjoyable stuff in supermarkets. If I had the top three beer from the supermarket, it would be something like Timothy Taylor's Landlord. I like that. I love it. You know, anything like that that's anything from Black Sheep or something like that. Always like stuff like that. Old Peculiar is another one. So yeah, it all depends. I mean, the beers I've just shown you are kind of like, wouldn't say premium, but Gaz number 5 bitter, Samuel Smith's Indian Pale Ale, Treble XB Pale Ale. Nicky Lobb, if you're watching, mate, what's your top 3 beers? You've sent this ball rolling. What's your top 3 beers? Stick it in the comments. Gaz number 5 bitter. Can't get hold of that up here, tell. Samuel Smith's India Ale, yes, I've had that. Treble XB Pale Ale, that's Bateman's, is it? I think it's Bateman's. Let's see what we've got. Beer Man Bright up. Oh, Beer Man Bright. If it will show. If we can show it. Beer Man Bright. It's coming up with a good comment. If I can bring it up. Show the comment. Beer Man Bright. Beer Man Bright's comment. If it will show. My local brewery, Brentwood Brewery, do 18-pint polypin, £45. I can collect my. Yes. So everyone, support your breweries. Keep them going. Keep them going through this. You know. Keep them going. Keep your local breweries going. Why anybody hasn't done that? Why hasn't anybody? Why isn't anybody? They're not doing it where I am. Why isn't anybody doing it? Just taking your empties to the pub. You know, take your empties to the pub. You know what I mean? That's why take your empties to the pub, just refill them. Cheers, Nicky, mate. Cheers, son. Stay safe if you're logging off. Enjoy your Fosters, like you do. I know you like it. Mine are Camden House Guinness Milk Stout, Heart and Soul. Wineback and Brewdog. Yes, that last one, Brewdog versus Cloudwater. I don't think I've tasted a better one under the craft beer banner in the supermarkets. That Brewdog versus Cloudwater. Saying that Roaster Coaster, the Brewdog Evil Twin, that was a belt of a beer too. But I prefer that Brewdog Cloudwater. That's lovely stuff. Lovely stuff indeed. Beerman Bry. What we got coming up from Beerman Bry? Ooh, if it will show, it might show in a minute. But Beerman Bry, if I can, show. Sorry about this, Beerman Bry. Do apologise, Beerman Bry, if you're watching. A beer I'm really impressed with at the moment is Vocation Life and Death. What a beer! I haven't had that for a very long time. I remember when it first came out, and first appeared in supermarkets. I did a review on it, but to be honest, my overall opinion of Vocation is they're okay. They do some nice beers, but I might have to revisit that. I remember I liked it, but I couldn't. I couldn't remember. I'll have to look that up. So we've got top 3 beers from bands, bikes, and booze reviews. I'll go straight to them if I can bring it up. But yes, the Dunkel. I prefer the normal one. Yes, 1845. I haven't had that for a while. Alchemist Luscious Stout. I haven't had that one, mate. They sound Luscious Stout sounds luscious. 1845. Yeah, it's quality beer. The Dunkel. Have I had the Dunkel? I think I did have the Dunkel. Or did I have the St. Vitus? I can't remember. I think I got it from. Is it Waitrose did it? I can't remember now. I have had it. Fine Stefano, cracking, beautiful, beautiful brewery. Oldest brewery in the world, I think. I think Brewdog versus Northern Monk was fantastic. I liked it. Lots of people like it. The alcohol was very well hidden in that beer. I have to say, it was kind of like it was very well hidden. Definitely didn't feel what it was. The strength of it was supposed to be, but nah, very well hidden. We've got Bands, Bites, and Beers reviews. Let's go. I thought Normal Alpha. I haven't had that one yet. I'm going to have to try that. It's better than, yeah, I'll try that. Alpha Delta. That's another brewery. I think they're Northeast Brewery, not Alpha Delta. That's another brewery I've yet to kind of like investigate, actually. But it's great seeing a brewery of that name on the supermarket shelf, isn't it? At the end of the day, and I know that Tesco's on Monday are releasing a load of Northern Monk as well. Apparently, I did see something this week. They're bringing out some Northern Monk, and they're bringing out a couple of Evil Twin beers as well. Tesco, so it's a little bit of a craft beer war going on between Tesco's and Morrison's, but it's all great for us because we get to drink them all. But it's quite good to see, to be honest. Yeah, quite good to see that. This week, Northern Monk did a beer with Aunt Bessie's, a roast dinner. I've never Is it going to come back? Is it going to come? I'm back again. That bag lady, the ghost of that bag lady, keeps operating the bloody internet round here. Let's have a look. Let's see the next comment up anyway from Beerman Bry. Hello, mate. Back again. Vine Steph, yeah, Vine. Well, what beer? I mean, I've had a lot of Vine Stefanas over the years. The St. Vitus was a good one. Me personally, I like the Heifer Weiss beer. The Weiss beer is absolute banger of a beer. You can get that in Sainsbury's. It's absolutely lovely. Out of all the wheat beers from the supermarket, like Franziskaner, and others, the Weihenstephaner for me is better than the Schneider Weiss wheat beer. I don't know, it's just got something extra about it. There's a fresh character, if you know what I mean. So Sainsbury's, because I've just seen your comment come up just now where you can get it. Sainsbury's were doing the wheat beer. They've been doing it for years. So get yourself down to Sainsbury's unless they've just suddenly taken it off the shelf. I might have. I don't go to Asda, funny enough, but their own brand of beer, the Asda brand with Bad Company, they've been all right. I've quite liked them for supermarket beer. You can't go wrong, but I don't go there, so I can't really comment on that. But I'd imagine they would be behind now, to be honest. Definitely. Who else I thought was going to be? Yeah, Asda, definitely. Bottom of the pile, but I haven't been in Waitrose for a long time. They used to be good Waitrose. But I went in Sainsbury's a few weeks back. They did Tiny Rebel in Sainsbury's, did Club Tropicana and that, which was rather nice. It's a nice beer, Club Tropicana. I'm not really big on tropical beers, but Club Tropicana from Tiny Rebel is a really nice beer, really tasty stuff. It is. It's well worth getting hold of. Definitely, it's a nice beer, but it's nice. It's always nice to see, supermarket stock craft beer, but I said all along that the quality of the beer in supermarkets got to be up and down, because at the end of the day, they're selling it for £3 a can, and they're still trying to make money on it. So for me, the quality's got to be not there with everything they do, and that's something you need to accept, I suppose. But it makes it more interesting when you review it, obviously, because you'll be going towards it with a different, fresh attitude. But that quality will never be consistent in supermarkets. Never will. But it's an easy way to get quality beer when it's there, instead of paying over the odds at a bottle shop. But bottle shops need to kind of like diverse as well in a way, because bottle shops need to kind of like lower the prices on some stuff. I think they do anyway. So let's go to Captain's Meat. He says, if I can show it, it might come up in a minute. It may do. Might show up in a minute. It might show up. I'll drink a bit of this. My Asda only New England IPA is Hazy OG. Nah. I'll be intrigued to try the triple hazy. The triple hazy might be a better, but nah. The original Hazy Jane is the one to get, and you won't be able to get that anymore. I didn't rate it. I thought it was rubbish, to be honest. I think a lot of Brewdog beers are rubbish, to be honest, at the moment. The only ones I get excited about is the collaborations they do in the supermarkets, to be honest with you. apart from that, they're just nothing. They're just the Carling of the craft beer world, Brewdog. But it's fast becoming it anyway. But you know, they're saying they're doing hand sanitizers now, Brewdog, apparently. But I never really did any charity events before. You know, I just suddenly decided to do hand sanitizers, whether it's a PR stunt behind it, I don't know, because I always feel there's no integrity in Brewdog much these days, to be honest. I just see the pound signs and try to. I love the controversy, the controversy. They love stirring it up. They love people, arguing whether or not they're relevant or not. I think they thrive on that thing. You know, people's opinions regarding Brewdog. I think they really get off on it. But me personally, I think I've yet to, apart from the Roaster Coaster this year and the New England one with Cloudwater, them two, a top drawer with the original Hazy Jane, not the new one. The original Hazy Jane were really good. Apart from that, I haven't had Punk IPA for years. I'll have to check it out and have another look at it. But nah, Brewdog for me, nah, not good. Not good at all. So I might wrap this one up now, actually. I'm just going to finish this off. It's been, got another comment before I wrap up. Nicky Lobb. If I show the next Duvel, St. Valliant Blonde, Newcastle Brown Ale, fantastic. Don't know about the Newcastle Brown Ale, but the St. Valliant Blonde is cracking. Duvel, you cannot argue with that Duvel. It's an acquired taste by some, to be honest. Not everybody likes it, but I love it. I think it's, a legendary beer. You don't really call beers legendary, but that to me, Duvel is a legendary beer. It's got history. It's got everything. It's got the history behind it. It's got steel quality beer. However temperature you drink, however much you like it. Newcastle Brown Ale. I know you're a Geordie, and I know that I know that you're loyal, but I don't know about Newcastle Brown Ale. Not now. Used to be a hell of a beer years ago. Going back years ago when it was brewed in Newcastle, but apart from that, nah. So Valliant Blonde, yes, the Brew's nice as well. And what you should try as well, if you can find it, is the Christmas beer, the St. Valliant Christmas beer. I don't know who did that. No, I think M&S might have done it. Cracking Christmas beer, that is lovely, spicy notes in it, beautiful stuff. So I'm going to wrap this one up. I'm going to go and cook some dinner. I might do one next week. See how it goes through the week. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, all you guys and girls. Stay safe, all of you all stars. Look after each other, look after your families, look after everybody, and don't let all this kind of like drag you down and everything like you do. And I shall see you all. I might do one next week because this one's been a good one. Keep you sane. I think I'll do I think I'll do one next week. See you all on me next one. I think I've finished. Yeah, I think I've finished. Has I finished? Clock stopped. I'll take it I've finished. I think I've finished, But the comments still coming? It's finished. Oh, it's finished. I'm still going. Am I still going? I suppose I've ended it. I'm supposed to be cooking. Am I cooking? Have I finished? It's saying, is it finished? I said end broadcast. I've just clicked on end. Is it finished?